Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Commodity TV here in Vancouver, and we are today at the offices of Endeavour Silver, actually new offices, fantastic and really nice. And we are here now with Bradford Cook, the CEO and founder of the company, of course. And yeah, we want to get an update. Bradford, good morning.
Good morning, Jürgen. How are you?
Perfect. Thank you very much. Hope you too. And it's a beautiful day outside. It's clear and sunny, which is lovely. And we have a great view here. Actually, we cannot show our viewers, but we want to show the view on your company. That's even more important. So 2018 is behind us. Yeah, it was not an easy year, I would say, for your company, for you. Maybe you can elaborate shortly on it. You had some hiccups, but then let's talk about the future.
Absolutely. If we do a quick look back at 2018, we saw Endeavour's production up 7% year on year, but our costs were also a bit higher last year. And in a falling silver price market, that made for tough times, you know. If we look at the details of our performance in 2018, we had two successful, profitable mines, but our first mine at Guanacevi underperformed our targets and clearly recorded operating losses during the year. Looking forward to 2019, we are forecasting a much better year in 2019 for four main reasons. Primarily, because Guanacevi is now turning around from mining out the two original deep, high-cost ore bodies we found 14 years ago. We're now developing two new shallow, high-grade ore bodies at Guanacevi to replace the old ore bodies. And by mid-year, Guanacevi should be back making money again. So it's a big year of transition for Guanacevi.
Yeah, fantastic. A stupid question maybe, but wouldn't it be maybe make sense to shut down and to reopen so that you say, okay, you have not, let's say for 12, 18 months, not the workers on the payroll, you can go down, you drill it. I mean, 14 years you have produced. That is fantastic for the mine you had, I would call it, yeah. But on the other hand, okay, it takes time to get new reserves, new ore bodies to mine out. Why don't you shut down?
You know, our model last year was for $17 silver, and up until July, we were fine. But the crash in silver price to 14, Guanacevi could not withstand that. Fortunately, we got underway on our development of the two new ore bodies at Malache and SCS, and we're now producing ore from Malache, and by April we'll be in ore at SCS. So those two new ore bodies will turn around the operation. The main reason we didn't shut down and lay off all our people is that when you crunch the numbers, it would have cost us almost twice as much as the operating loss. So it made better sense to just keep going until those two new ore bodies are in production.
Yeah, and I think also this shows a bit of social responsibility, I would call, because the people have been with you maybe 14 years already, and maybe the families, now the kids are working for you, I don't know, but possible. And so I think it's also good to show the people, okay, in good times as in bad times, right?
Yes, not only does it make better economic sense for Endeavour to keep going, clearly if we had laid everybody off, it would have been a major impact on the town. Because, you know, half our workforce lives in town. So over 200 employees live in town. And it's only a small town of 2,000 people. So more than 25% of the families in the town rely on the mine.
Yeah, so I think you did the right choice, honestly, even if it hurts financially, I would call it. But on the other hand, I think long term it pays out a lot because the people are fully behind you.
Yes, they are indeed.
Yeah, and that helps.
And we're looking forward to many years of profitable operations at Guanacevi once Malache and SCS are up in production this year.
Okay, and time-wise, when do you think they are in full operation then?
Well, Malache, we already have 3 levels in ore, and we're continuing to expand the production throughout the first quarter. We expect to get to the full capacity of Malache by the end of the first quarter.
Oh, that's fast.
Yes, very quick.
Good. Yeah.
With regard to SCS, we started the development late last year, and we expect to contact ore in April and be in full-scale production by the end of the second quarter. So that by mid-year, we should have through break-even and now looking at a much better operation for years to come.
Can you talk already maybe, and I know it's a forward-looking statement, about estimated production costs? When
they were very, very high last year. Cash costs were about $17 at Guanacevi. We expect to cut those in half within the next 12 months.
Wow, that would be a very positive impact, I would call it.
It would.
Yeah, and silver's on the rise, thank God. That helps also. Okay, so that was Guanacevi. Then maybe let's talk about a Compas, your newest baby, I would call it, because now you had some hiccups with clays. We know mining is adventure. Mining is not easy when you start a mine. I mean, you can plan everything, but Mother Nature, unfortunately, plays the own game, I would call it sometimes. So, but you solved the clay problem?
We did indeed. El Compas, as you know, is our fourth mine. It's in Zacatecas state. It's our smallest mine, but our highest grade mine. And our forecast was to achieve commercial production last year. We did not do. We were delayed by some unexpected clay in the ore that caused significantly lower recoveries in the plant and some other related issues. We actually had to shut down for 6 weeks to deal with the clay issue. It was resolved in October. We got back up and running. We've had some plant breakdowns in late December and early January, but we expect to achieve commercial production this quarter. So this will be the first full year of production at El Compas.
And how much do you think this mine could produce?
Well, initially the budget is for about 1 million ounces of silver equivalent production per year, but utilizing only half the plant capacity. With additional successful drilling, we think we can fill that plant.
Fantastic. And cost-wise?
Costs should be in the $10 range all in. So it will contribute to our profit margin once it's up and running.
Yeah, that would help a lot. Okay, super. Then, of course, Parral, I would say we talk in a second, but Terronera. That's your fifth coming mine, I would call it. And I would say Terronera is, something like a company maker on its own, I would call it. Because grade-wise, it looks fantastic, but also you brought out a much higher resource.
We did. Right? Last year was a big year for Terronera. Actually, it was a real value leader for our group. We announced in early September a much larger resource with a longer mine life at higher grades. And as a result, the economics got better and better. Now we see an internal rate of return of 24%. The NPV is up around $120 million. And it's still growing. I mean, we continued to drill after the release of the pre-feasibility study in early September. And so I think you can expect that there will be yet a larger resource and better economics coming.
Good, fantastic. Okay, finally, let's talk about Parral. What's going on there?
Before we move to Parral, let's take a look at what happens with Terronera this year, because this is the year that we expect to receive our final permit, arrange the debt facility, receive the board decision, and commence construction. All of that we hope will take place in the next month or so. So it's a big quarter, big quarter for Terronera.
Oh la la. Okay.
Yes, and then Parral, it was one of our largest exploration programs last year because our expectation is that it will follow Terronera into the development cycle. And at Parral, we can forecast that there should be a significant jump in resources as a result of our drilling last year. We do expect to bring our new resources this week. We hope to bring our new guidance this week or next week. And then as a bonus, before the end of January, we're hoping to announce a very exciting new exploration portfolio in Chile.
Aha, okay, yeah, that's right. I think we spoke shortly about Chile in November, I think it was in Zurich, yes.
Indeed.
Super, and it looks still so excited as you already teased it, I would call it.
Well, some people ask, you have a lot of on the go in Mexico, how can you possibly afford to do something in Chile? But, we've had an office in Chile for 5 years. We've very quietly assembled a portfolio of what I call home run projects, projects that have the chance for world-class discoveries. And I'm trying to build a company here, and we've been very successful building and growing small mines in Mexico, but we want to move up to the big mine status, senior producer status. Yeah. And for that, we need some chunky new discoveries, and Chile, I think, will give us that.
Fantastic. Finally, what I would like to hear from you a little bit, I cannot say guidance, but let's put it that way. What silver price as an average is needed for you to make money in 2019? I mean real money, so a positive profit, not only EBITDA or something like that, meaning, as I love to say, above the line in black, deep black, So what do you think you need, let's say silver equivalent price or silver and gold price, whatever fits for you? And also, what do you think as an average cost could be achievable throughout the mines?
So this year, I expect to have a similar year to last year, maybe a little bit smaller production and a little bit lower costs. We used $1,550 silver and I think $1,240 gold for our forecast this year. And we show that we'll make a little money at those prices.
Fantastic. So everything above that will boost, of course, the profits.
I think the real important thing is that because Guanacevi is still high cost until mid-year, this will not be a representative of our future. I think with Guanacevi turned around and Terronera built and running in 2020, and with both Compas and Terronera and hopefully Parral all having significantly lower costs than our existing mines, this could be a very exciting transition for Endeavour from being a high-cost producer to becoming actually one of the lowest-cost producers. You know, Terronera's forecasted all-in costs are only $1.36 per ounce of silver produced. It will single-handedly bring us down to the lowest quartile of the cost curve.
Yeah, and that could be happen then by 2021 latest?
We're looking at production in late 2020.
Fantastic. Great. Well, Bradford, I would say a good year in front of us. The only thing we need is a little bit higher silver price. The gold price has risen already. The silver price went up from the lows, thank God. Yeah, we are 1560, I think yesterday it was. And so from that perspective, if I look at my charts, I say 21 is easily achievable. Nothing happened so far, but 21.50 would be a breakout level.
Well,
so let's see what comes.
Don't even need to rely on my forecast. I was just coming back from the TD Securities Conference this week in Toronto, and their metals strategist has forecasted a high of $18 this year.
Okay, that's good. Good to hear. So let's make some money, I would say.
Absolutely.
Great. Thank you very much, Bradford.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, there was Bradford Cook, the CEO of Endeavour Silver, and you heard it. A lot of things are going on. Company, it was 2018 in the transition year. 2019, I would call it, again, a little bit of a transition, but on the much, much more positive side, and the costs are coming down. You heard it, Guanacevi is on the way back on the path it should be. They are drilling for 2 new, not only drilling for 2 new ore bodies, they produce already, of course, in the first ore body. The second one is coming online. And also Parral is moving forward, Terronera is moving forward, and finally Compas is really going into commercial production. So those are good things coming up here. I think Endeavour Silver had some hiccups, but the company showed that they can deal with that and they solve the problems. That is important for me also, so that they have not stick the head in the sand, I would call it. They are really aggressive and proactive, and that's exactly what we expect from a management. So check it out. Thanks for watching us. Bye-bye from Vancouver.